Are humans the genetic creations of another race of beings? Or are we their genetic relations? The story of how life began on Earth is still the greatest scientific mystery of all time. And even though we've got some pretty good theories, none come close to proving exactly how the party kicked off on terra firma. Hydrothermal vents, chemical reactions, lightning strikes have all been posed as explanations, but none fit with how life exploded into existence over a short period of time. Perhaps these methods are how life began on other worlds, but our planet seems to have taken a different, more deliberate path. Panspermia is a theory that life is spread throughout the universe via meteors, comets, and even alien spacecraft. This idea may explain why mysterious events like the Cambrian life explosion took place. If we humans were able to travel across the galaxy and we found a perfect lifeless world, wouldn't we want to give things a little nudge with our own Cambrian explosion? The idea that life on our planet was put here by aliens is highly debatable, but if the universe is large enough to accommodate life forms, and we agree that any spacefaring race would seek to spread life wherever it went, then this theory starts to gain credibility. No longer is it merely a convenient explanation for the sudden explosion of life on our planet. It is a logical conclusion based on the age and size of the universe, and the anticipated behavior of advanced extraterrestrials. The human race is leaps and bounds ahead of any other species on the planet. We are not only the most advanced life form on Earth, we are the only advanced life form on Earth. There are some intelligent creatures who live alongside us, such as dolphins, chimps, and cyborg leopards, but none come close to matching the capabilities of the human mind. So, why are we so far ahead? Natural selection might account for the extinction of rival ape-like creatures that may have developed a similar intelligence, but why aren't there any super-intelligent birds? Or aquatic organisms, for that matter? These creatures have had tens, if not hundreds of millions of years head start before us. Human beings almost seem like exterior characters from the rest of the world. It feels like we're playing God mode on a world too weak to resist us and our mighty cheat codes. It seems almost like one day we were just milling around flinging feces at each other like all the other animals, and the next we're lighting fires, exchanging ideas, jetting off into space and splitting the atom. That is some leap, and it doesn't seem all that natural to me. What do sunburn, bad backs, and the agony of childbirth all have in common? Well, they're all painful. It's cruel to slap someone when they're experiencing them. Oh, and they're all evidence of human beings having developed on another planet. This is the opinion of American ecologist Dr. Ella Silver, who says our human flaws point to us being extraterrestrial in origin. Dr. Silver believes the reason many people suffer with bad backs and poor posture is that we're used to a planet with lower gravity, with humans only arriving on Earth tens of thousands of years ago. He also thinks we experience high rates of illness compared to other animals because our home world had days that were longer than 24 hours. Furthermore, the good doctor thinks that because our skin is so easily damaged by sunlight, we must have come from a cooler world. Our hairless bodies seem to indicate that we're used to less temperature fluctuation than we experience on Earth. And our high levels of fat and bipedal nature also hint that we were possibly a semi-aquatic species back on the other world. Dr. Silver may seem like he's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, with his notion that humanity has only existed on Earth for tens of thousands of years, especially with Homo sapiens fossil evidence dating back to between 160 and 350,000 years ago. But his claims cannot be entirely dismissed, as it's plausible that the single-cell creatures from which we evolved develop on another planet, albeit a few billion years ago and not tens of thousands, as Dr. Silver imagines. However, even this explanation doesn't account for one of the most startling pieces of evidence that humans are not natural inhabitants of planet Earth: our intelligence. The Human Genome Project is a research program which started by mapping the human genome. Mapping began in 1990 and was completed in 2003. And in the years since, many researchers have pored over its findings in a bid to find out where human DNA comes from. These investigators have come up with the shocking conclusion: 97% of the non-coding sequences in our DNA cannot be explained by earthbound evolution. So, to put it simply, the human genome seems to contain alien DNA. This revelation has been backed up by research published in the Genome Biology Journal. which has found 145 active genes which could not have come from our evolutionary ancestors. In early 2017, the Human Genome Project also discovered that human DNA consists of two separate codes, one basic and another mysteriously structured code. Some within the circles of the Human Genome Project believe the latter was designed and sent to Earth by a higher power. And they also think it contains some kind of mathematical code which only our creators can understand. Basically, part of our genome has a foreign manufacturer sticker. Except in this case, the label reads, "Made by aliens."